they start hurting. The bend.
Hola,
Hola,
Primas. Look at our
Primas.
sign back there.
I know, she's back in all her
Oh,
glory. I'm surprised she didn't fall. Hello again. We
hola.
are bringing another episode to you guys. Welcome back. If you didn't watch the episode before, you should. It was our first little Thirsty Thursday episode.
One
We're
and
still in
only.
it. One and only. Yeah, we're not committing to the bit. Okay, guys. But we were feeling,
A little frisky.
a little frisky. Kirsty a little bit more. She still has that other half. Maybe we can bully her into taking it for this one. But yeah, I am Clari.
And I'm Kristi. And this is
Dear
Primas.
Primas. Welcome if you're new here. Thanks for being here. Let us know where you came from, where you saw us. We've grown in our TikTok Prima world, so that's
Woohoo.
exciting. And yeah, I mean, any general updates that you have? I know we just kind of talked about some updates, but anything?
Also, Primas, if you have like ideas for us on what we should talk about, please, send us a DM. We're all ears.
Yeah, I feel like, we're on, this will be episode, what, 54, 55?
That sounds right.
Honestly, it's one of those.
Yeah.
And, and also, I think it wouldn't be like that terrible if we had to go back and do something that we've already
That's
done
true.
because
Yeah.
things change. Time has gone by.
Very
We
true.
started this podcast in, what, 2024?
4? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still here. And I think that says a lot because I feel like I saw a quote that was like, everybody can start a podcast these days. And, if you want to do it, go for it.
You should.
think
Absolutely.
we are enjoying the heck out of it, as we like to tell you guys.
Yeah.
But it says like most do not make it past 10 episodes. And so
that was a goal of ours,
we're here.
to make it past 10.
Yeah. And we definitely
Look at
did.
us now.
Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier than others, but we're making it work when we can.
I think that's the beauty of it.
It is. So let us know. Yeah, if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear it, please.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll just, keep giving you what we got.
Yep.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did want to say I am actually really looking forward to watching The Bachelorette. With the Mormon wives.
Yeah. And then season 4 came out.
Oh, it did come out.
Yes.
Okay, I saw that on there, but I was like, is there really 4 seasons already? Okay, so it did come out, so I'll have to watch that. Have you watched it yet?
No. I just saw that it was. I don't even know if it was just like today or yesterday. I don't know. It was fairly recent.
Sweet.
When I'm telling you, season 3 snuck up on me, so I'm
that's
like,
right.
yeah. But yeah, no, I am. Every year I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this again, but I do. I do the same with Love Is Blind. If any Love Is Blind people out there that watched it this season.
Okay, I kept seeing all the TikToks and stuff about like
it's wild.
I honestly wanted to watch it because of it, but I couldn't. I didn't get into it.
I mean, I just like to I fast forward through the pods for the most part. I don't really sit there and pay attention to it because I just want to see once they get to their honeymoon and
I was gonna say, so they propose and then
so they don't see, they're talking to each other, but I think the whole even if they had made it through the whole day, I think it's only 9 days total, but they can choose before that 9th day to propose. If they're like, this is my person, I'm going to propose to them. But anyway, so they're talking to multiple people. And I think they can tell the producers who they want to talk to, or who they sometimes if they're over somebody, and sometimes they'll just ghost people. But anyway, once they propose through the wall, the next day they get to do the reveal. They get to see each other, and then after that. So let's say they propose on day 5, right? There's still 4, and I think it's about 9 days. They still have 4 days that they have to wait out. So they see each other. They will see each other immediately, but then they have 4 days to sleep on it, see
process
each other,
it.
Process, and then they fly all the couples that got engaged out to Mexico for their honeymoon. Right. Now, all these people have been talking to each other. Sometimes there's they have a top 2, so they're talking to each other to the last minute. And eventually, like on day 2 of this honeymoon, they all get a mixer, they all meet each other. So like they've all been
Oh.
talking to each other, like personally, like liking each other, having crushes on, but they didn't choose each other, and then they all like throw alcohol at them and like go meet each other and see each other like for the first time. Yeah, and that's when shit pops off, and that's when it gets fun.
Okay, okay, I
Yeah.
should watch it then. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I just like just fast forward, see who chooses who. Like, it's okay to see a little bit like who's building the connections and like who's like really BSing each other, like and what they're telling multiple people. But for the most part,
Okay.
getting that, like just knowing who was talking to who, I think is a little bit important. Like, you don't have to sit and watch every
Yeah,
conversation. Just kind of fast forward and be like, okay, they kind of, they talk to
got
each
it.
other, or like, ooh, they got real deep and sexual, but they didn't choose each other. They chose somebody else, and then
Mm.
they see each other. Yeah. So that happens, and then after they um go to the honeymoon, then they go back to their hometown, and then they see where each other lives. So they go to like each, yeah, they go to their home, they go to their home, and then after that they like live in an apartment that is provided by Love is Blind. And they're all in the same complex, but they don't really show that they see each other on camera. That's kind of like, but they will have random meetups, like the whole group that made it through. And then there is one meetup that even if they didn't get proposed to, they come. And some more shit pops off then, yeah, because then people are
Oh.
like, oh, so and so, she was really my type, or like they'll start talking, about that. And
Oh.
yeah, so that's the juicy
Okay.
part. That's the
Yeah.
juicy part, yeah. And then they meet each other's families, and you just kind of see how like they really start either switching it up, or they say one thing and then the whole point at the end is to see like, are they gonna actually say yes? Sometimes they'll drop out before getting to the altar. The premise of the show is to
Okay.
go to the altar, even if they think they're gonna say no, they are still supposed to go. But a lot of the time, I think it's happening more often that they end up backing out before. But sometimes they do catch you by surprise. The ones they say yes or the ones they say no. There was
Oh.
one season, I don't remember what season it was, but the world was convinced that like they were just putting on a show, and like they're like, there's just no way, and they're still together. And I think it was like season 4, and that's season 10, and they're
Oh.
still married and still together. Yeah, Kwame,
Wow.
Kwame,
Wow.
and whatever her name was. It was a real weird situation, but they made it. So, but yeah, so
Hmm.
I think it is juicy. But yeah, getting over like the fluff and like the
I guess I didn't realize that
spilling
the
their
honeymoon
guts
was
and
before the actual
mhm,
um
mhm, marriage.
wedding. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not married, they're just, like, engaged, and then
Got it.
yeah, so you
Okay.
see, like, "Oh, wow, this person's really full of it," or, like, "Oh"
Yeah.
yeah, it's just mhm,
Oh, sounds like my
yeah.
kind of show though.
No, honestly, it's so addicting, like, as much and I've already said it, and I said, like, these reality love shows,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah, everybody's on it just to make a quick
Mhm.
buck and hopefully get a following, but it's really wild how some of these guys, if they do have those intentions, they go and be, like, a complete scumbag, and it's like, what
Why?
do you think you're gonna gain from this? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you're America's most hated person right now, like, everybody
Yeah.
has seen who you are and how you treated yeah, but I will say, for as much of a shit show season this was, it was one of the better ones as far
Okay.
as the couples, the outcomes, and then the reunion. This was, like, the best reunion. Nick
Ooh,
and Vanessa have always gotten a lot
finally.
of shit because
Yes. Okay, okay.
yeah,
I
but this
remember that.
time they were going in on everybody. They still lacked on some areas on who they should have really pressed, but and then, like, certain reveals that happened. It was really good. I
Didn't we watch
felt
the reunion of the Love Is Blind at the beach house that one year? Weren't you? No, you didn't
oh,
watch it.
yes. Yes,
Didn't
yes,
we
yes,
watch it at
yes.
the beach house? You, Liz,
Yes.
y'all had watched it all.
Yes.
We had to be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that was that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't
okay,
even
okay.
remember what yeah. Yeah. It's I yeah, again, I say I'm not gonna watch it, and I totally do, cause but yeah, it's good trash TV, and,
Yeah.
but sometimes it works. There's, like, I think 3 couples with kids now, maybe, but
Wow.
yeah, it's a
Mm,
decent, ratio. But yeah, I am excited to watch The Bachelorette. It's just gonna bring back the spice, the juiciness. I like her personality, I feel
same.
like.
Yeah.
Is she really there to find a husband? I don't think so, but, like, I
Mm,
think it'll be good.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good TV.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about today?
All right. So, we are going to talk about making friends as an adult, and I think more specifically as a woman adult, as a lady, because I feel like in general girls are harder. Like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, men are just so easy. They're so surface level.
Very
They're
surface
like
level.
they do have, I feel like, oftentimes a big, like, tight knit friend group. They may not talk all the time, but they're still friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they like have all this history. But also they just like I don't know. I don't know why they're so easy just to like talk to each other, and like the amount of people that Adrian has like now kind of like talked to, and they're all of a sudden like, yeah, we should go get a beer, or yeah, we should go do this, we should go do I feel like comes a lot easier.
Yeah.
And why that is, I don't know.
Yeah.
um I think just going into just our experiences maybe and asking for other primas input. What is your opinion on this, or like what's your experience been?
Well, I think sometimes it can be an Primas, you like let me know how you feel. Like, let's say, too, I think it adds another layer whenever you are a mom. And to recap, too, Claudia is obviously out of the normal, area, local area where she was. So coming into it as a complete, like, it's just you and your family
Mm-hmm.
in Miami. So coming at it from that perspective, but let's say pretty much you're just like walking to a park with your kids in a stroller and you see like a group of moms and they're all laughing and giggling and you walk up. Like, what do you do in that scenario? Do
Yeah.
you walk up like kind of close? Do you just like wave from afar? Do you, immediately like get your Kindle out and start reading, like
Yeah.
that situation is hard because what do you do? Just imagine it you in that type of setting. And or let's just say you walk into a bar and I don't know, I don't know. Like how do you want to go about it? In that way? Like how else would you
Okay.
meet people?
Okay, well, so for instance, you have two things that you do. You have your book club. So I want to know how you got into that book
Oh, okay,
club,
okay.
because I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that, and I
Yeah.
feel like you're living a whole other life. No, I'm just kidding. and
Who are
and
these
then
people?
and your mahjong, whatever, like how you
Oh,
got into that, and
okay.
how like even if okay, so I guess that's not even like necessarily making friends. We don't need to be best, or like in your case, I'm sure you're not looking for best friends, right? Like you have your friends, and like you say, like I'm over here, whatever. But like even just having your acquaintances that you talk to at
Yeah.
these places, or
Yeah.
like sometimes you will end up
Yeah.
having like a friend out of certain situations. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
That's a
let's talk
good
about your book club and mahjong. Or what is it called?
you could say it,
Mahjong.
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 It's so much fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the mahjong was introduced because there is this, it's called a rodeo room what just opened up. That's the name of the place. And it's literally you go in there, she has tables set up to play mahjong. I've never heard of this game in my entire life. I maybe saw it on Crazy Rich Asians and they were playing it, but I don't even know if they were playing the American version of it, whatever. Anywho, it's a card. The card is overwhelming, but she's got a 101 class where she teaches you. It's an hour of like 30 minutes of her explaining the actual card, understanding it. Think of it like cards, whatever. So I was introduced to it with actually a wife of a husband who John plays golf with all the time. They have their hobbies and it's
Mhm.
very easy for them to just up and go to their hobbies. Well, I want an 8 hour hobby. No, it's not 8 hours. I want a long hobby that involves me, also socializing. But I did read something
Mhm.
that mahjong is like the new like way that you can socialize. Is it hard to socialize whenever you're trying to think on this card and trying to figure out what and? Absolutely. But it's still something where you are sitting with people for a long period of time. So it's like
Yeah.
passing the time and you kind of chit chat in between. Anywho, so it was a wife of the husband who invited me to the 101. And then now that I know it's a game of four, or you can play with a game with two people, I convinced, people that I live by so I can be like, hey, while our kids are outside playing or while our kids are at school, do you want to come over and play? and we'll just play too. So it's another mom that also goes like that used to live on the street with us that she went and took the 101 class and she and I will play. So that's mahjong. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
but again, I'll meet random people at the place and I don't what point does it get to like, hey, let's exchange numbers to mahjong?
Yeah.
They will say something like, hey, we play every Tuesday afternoon or every like this can be a weekly thing. If John's okay with it, Tuesday,
Mhm.
Thursdays, sign me up.
Mhm. Mhm.
But no, like they were just saying like, hey, yeah, we play every Tuesday. But you also like I want to play with people that are having a good time, not people that are super serious about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I guess that opened that door to it could be like a daily thing. Um,
Mhm.
and then the book club was actually so I used to work with her husband at the middle school and we ran into each other when we were trick or treating. And he was like,
Mm.
Romo. And I was like, Penny. And so I met the mom though at the park because both the kids are in kindergarten together and we just kind of talked and she followed me on Instagram and I think she saw how much I was reading on Instagram. So then she was like, you should come to my book club. And I didn't know anybody else in the book club, but I don't know if it's whenever you find something that like you're interested in and you're like passionate about that when you meet other people that are equally interested and passionate about something, like y'all just have something to talk about. So it makes it a little bit less like
Yeah.
weird, you know?
There's like an
There,
odd like there's a common ground like
yeah. Yeah.
that's a hobby, that's an interest, it's not
Right.
just your kids or yeah.
Yeah, and but it could also be your kids because a lot of like, times we are talking about our kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, those
And
are
I
the
think like as much as like I feel like a mom friend is nice and necessary because they understand, it's also hard too because as moms it's hard to go out and
very,
it's like
very true.
and like make not everybody has a supportive husband or a
Right.
significant other or
That's very true.
whatever,
Yep.
or and then or even if they wanted to and they could, maybe you're just tired. Like, okay,
Mhm.
Adrian made a friend. He biked down to South Beach and then he worked out there at Muscle Beach and he met this guy. The guy was like, "How do you use this workout equipment?" Well, he was a visitor. He wasn't living here. But they talked for like ever. They exchanged numbers. He had like a 1 month old son and
Mhm.
married. And so we met up with that was on a Sunday. We ended up
Oh,
meeting up with him on
okay,
that
okay.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like his wife was very nice. She was kind of like timid at first, but like you got to talking to her and she was like very nice and she opened up and like, it was just like it was cool.
Yeah, flowed.
Um and then she was like towards the end of that hangout, she was like, "Hey, Sunday I'm like completely off mom duty. I have a friend out here who we're gonna have like a girls' day. You should come."
Aw.
I was like, "Great." Well, then my mom comes on Friday and she's like, "Hey, you and Adrian should go have like a night out. The kids are asleep.
Aw,
Like, go out."
yeah.
So we did. We went and it's not, and we did drink. We went to this like neighborhood bar that's we've been wanting to go to.
Yeah.
Um, and we talked to the bartenders. They were giving us all these local recommendations and all these spots. And then we found out that we could take the kids there. Of
Aw,
course,
yeah.
not like past 10:30 or anything crazy,
Right.
right? But they have food, they have great drinks, they have board games, they have like a ton of stuff that she's
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, kids like come all the time. Kids are more behaved than adults sometimes. So we go out, we stay out pretty because the place isn't close to like 3, but we end up coming home. We have to walk the dogs, and it's like by the time we go to sleep, it's 4:30 in the morning. And yeah, and then Antonio's bright eyed bushy tail by 6:30. But of course they entertain him, so we sleep until 7:30, but that's still just like 3 hours. So
Yeah.
then it was just go, 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 go. Exhausted. Adrian took a nap. I felt I could have, but I just felt like one, they're here for a short amount of time. I also wanted to hang
Right.
out with them while the boys are napping too, like, that more
Yeah.
one-on-one time. And then so I didn't nap. We went and had a whole day. They went home Sunday, so that was Saturday. We had a full last day Saturday. Then they went home. We had to drive them to the airport. Wake up, go to breakfast at like 7:30, and so then we took him to the airport in the morning. Sunday afternoon is when like the hangout is gonna be, and I'm like dead. Like my head is
Yeah.
pounding of how like tired and sleep
Yeah.
deprived I feel.
Yeah.
And she ends up starting like a little group chat at like 11, and she's like, hey, so what are we thinking today, blah blah blah, this is Clarissa, this is Jill, blah 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 blah. And then Jill never responds, and then she messages me like outside. She's like, hey, I think she works nights, so like she might be asleep still, but like what do you like, what's going on? I'm like, girl, I'm so tired. Like I'm
Yeah.
dead. Like I
Yeah.
cannot be of a good time to anybody right now. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
literally about to take a nap. And I was like, and if I wake up with energy, like I'll catch up, or like just let me know what y'all do and I'll see if I can make it. She's like,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
no worries, I understand. I wake up and she sent me like what they were doing. It was like a link to like a pool party, a hotel pool party. And I was like, oh, she for real, we're not having like a girls' beach day. We're having like a
Full on
okay,
party.
yeah. So immediately I'm like,
Switch
hey,
modes.
really can't. I can't. I know. I was like, I really can't. Like, I just can't fathom doing this right now. So I'm like, look, and I literally, and Adrian woke up with the kids after they nap, and I slept longer, and I still felt so tired and drained. Then I was like, I bailed. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not of, and I didn't like Adrian took the kids to go meet up, or took Antonio to go meet her husband and the little boy again at the park, because of course he dropped her off. It was on South Beach, and just wild. And and then he texts me after he's been gone for like 30 minutes. He texts me like, hey, we're gonna go swimming at the pool, and I have Santi, and I'm like, actually, like that doesn't sound like terrible. And it's like 6:30. It's like the whole day is already gone. And so I ended up going. That's like the only thing I did that day. But anywho, all that to say, don't know where I was going with this, but I felt bad for backing out. But I was like literally so tired. But she was like really cool about it. Of course, she came over after, and we kind of hung out here in the
Oh,
apartment.
nice.
But yeah, they live in Massachusetts.
Oh,
But
snap.
she was like, well, my friend Jill, she's like super cool. She just moved here like not too long ago. So like, I'm sure if you were like to message her and like, but I'm like, I'm shy. I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
am shy, but
Yeah.
I'm not shy. But I'm also like, I didn't meet her. I feel bad because I didn't
Yeah.
go. But I don't know. And then like that one mom that I ended up did get it, like we exchanged phone numbers, and I messaged her like, let's go have
Oh,
happy
okay.
hour,
This is a
whatever.
different mom than these. Okay.
Yes.
So you're
Yeah,
meeting.
that was somebody that I actually met like pretty early on to being here, and then I didn't
Where
message
did
her
you meet?
at the park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Antonio
I
and her
feel like
kid were
that's a
like
common
playing.
ground, and that's like an easy. But the
But I
thing that
feel like more often than not, it's that situation that you set out beforehand. It's always like a group of moms that are there
yes,
kikiing
already.
together
Yeah.
and don't
Yeah.
seem open.
Don't. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've tried the little like the Antonio maneuver, like let me get a little closer and see
Mhm.
if you're even like gonna smile or like
Right.
open
Acknowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And if you're not, I'm not gonna force it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You get that. No, you can't get that. Look, Daddy's looking for you. Where's your tita time?
yeah, tell John he's fired.
um.
So the next tea time, you're showing up with Bella.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I don't know. It's tricky, I think.
You know what too though? I was thinking like the gym.
Yeah.
It just a like
Yeah,
place.
there's a workout thing that they do there there's like a lawn next to the beach that Adrian yesterday was like, go, but then come up with all. Okay, look, right now I feel very insecure about working out because I do get my cardio in. I just feel so what's the word, out of shape, and I'm like intimidated, right, to
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to a class, especially outside. Well, there's a nice breeze, but like, and I know there's all kinds of levels, like
Yeah.
it's just I do feel intimidated. But I do agree that somewhere like that I could potentially me, or even just like you said, like the book club, or like just like
Mhm.
even if they're just acquaintances that I talk to there, because I told Adrian
Right.
like sometimes you're like the only person I talk to,
You feel like you're
like
talking. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and
Which is very common to feel, especially because you are like, plucked out of your
Yeah.
norm.
And honestly, so well, yeah, and sometimes it was like that in general. So it's like, but it's just like even
Yeah.
knowing that there's not the option, it's different.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I saw like
That's true.
our across the neighbor, I think it's just her and like her friend or that live there. I had, I saw her when we first moved in, then I see her like another time, but I saw her like at the corner. I was leaving Publix yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, hey neighbor," I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but I was like, "Hey neighbor," she's like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And we talked, and like we walked the whole way together, and like she's like how are you adjusting and this and that, and I think she's like she might be like late 20s, like but around the age. And then I was just like, yeah, I was like, and I was like, it's been a little tricky, like social wise. I was like, it's been great fun. We're finding our routine slowly with the kids. I was like, but it has been a little tricky, like social wise, meeting people. It's kind of hard sometimes with the kids and this and that. And like, she didn't offer like, hey, well, if you
Yeah.
ever wanna, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like dating,
It is
honestly.
kind of
It's
like
what
dating.
it's
Yeah.
what I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel
I feel like too, the kids sometimes make it easy, like especially whenever they start sports and stuff.
yeah.
Like you do meet more, or you're more like not forced, but I'm trying to find the word where it's like I'm gonna see you, so I
Mhm.
might as well say hi to you and like acknowledge, like, hey,
Yeah.
we're in it for a season. Like I'm gonna, say
Yeah.
hi to you and see you every Sunday or Saturday or whatever.
It's
Excuse
just
me?
funny.
Excuse me? I don't think she's saying anything.
Is she speaking Spanish?
That was so funny. I literally, John kept saying that to her all day because that was hilarious. Bella, are you speaking Spanish? Remember Nono said that to you? Primas, she's got like this new thing now where she'll like talk really fast and nobody understands what she's saying, but Nono knows that she's speaking Spanish.
But I do think finding a group of some sort interest is the common ground to open those gates a little bit more.
Workout
Yeah.
classes, like, do you have ClassPass over there?
I was looking at like some Pilates studios. Tell me why a lot of these little boutique Pilates studios don't even have their first class is at like 8 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's one studio specifically that it's like 8 to noon and then closed for private classes only. And I'm like, of
Wait.
course.
Like, you're saying no morning time classes before 8 AM?
Correct.
Oh,
There's
they
3
must, like, they
the demographic is demographicing. Okay, they are and Adrian's like, why do you I was like, because Adrian, that means first of all, there's only one specific person that is doing that, and that is
Yeah,
either stay-at-home wives that don't have kids
yeah,
or stay-at-home moms that don't have their kids or are school aged or they go to daycare and they're just at home.
right.
Like that's the only person that's going to those classes,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
or men too, I guess, but you know what I mean. Like someone
yeah,
that does not have and you can have a flexible job too, right? But it's like someone that
sure,
doesn't have children
right.
responsible for at those
Not,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because
are
I'm
not
like,
their audience. You are not
no,
their,
no.
yeah.
And I'm like, I can go like, because I was like, I did it before, right? I can make it a commitment to like wake up and go do something that I actually enjoy,
Hmm.
right? And
Get
go
that, yeah,
before he has to be up and ready to go. But I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
and so that one workout class, it's by the park that Antonio likes to go to. It's Monday through Thursday, and it starts at 6:30 p.m. So I just think I need to just get over it and do that. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That or trying to think of like other places. Oh, you could do like do they have swim lessons? Places where they have swim lessons?
Yeah, we do need to do that too for Antonio.
Because that could be a place where you
But
could.
also, I feel like, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
What were you gonna say?
They just like a lot of the times, like people are just closed off. I feel like a
Yes,
lot of the
at a
time it's
certain
like,
point, it could.
yeah,
I think it gets that way, but I
mhm,
do feel like Miami is very similar to Houston, where a lot of people do move there for work. Is that
mhm,
a true? Like, do you feel like that's a pretty true statement? A
maybe,
lot of no.
yeah. I don't know, honestly. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
You're
it's
back.
I think here it's also so, like, niche, like, Miami Beach, like, now we're really, like, at a different, you know?
I'm sure we've all been in this situation before. Like, maybe give us an idea of where you've met. You're not not clicky, not, if not being the parent, the group that's there at the park, but maybe you are the one that, came in. How did you meet
Mhm,
the people that
break
you
that
yeah.
barrier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and so I was like, that lady, like, the girl that I went to happy hour with, like, she hasn't or, like, she hasn't, like, messaged me back since, and I'm like, is she ghosting me? No. But that's what I feel like. I literally feel like I'm dating somebody. I'm like, I can't text her because I texted her first last time. Like,
Right.
what?
Right. Yeah.
But,
And you gotta
yeah.
too, like, know everybody's busy. Everybody's got
Yes,
something,
exactly.
like their
Yeah.
life. So,
That's what it's like, maybe, I don't need a mom friend, but we'll see. We'll
right.
see.
Right. Well, maybe you could just go
Yeah.
to a college campus and like meet the college girlies.
Can you imagine? There's no way.
They'll
There's
keep you
no way.
young.
Am I too old to
Maybe
be here? Definitely too old to be here.
they won't
And then there's,
notice.
like,
They
that
won't
community
notice.
center that, like, once we become residents, I can't say it too loud because Adrian's, like, on my ass about it. But, like, once we do that, they have, like, different, like, pottery lessons, which I enjoy, but then I'm like, there's gonna be, like, nothing but viejitas there. Like, I'm
Abuelas.
yeah. So,
I
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
she
know.
turned up my echo. Oh no. Girl,
It's
you
okay. Y'all
got
are getting muted this whole episode. You're just gonna see no audio, just laughing.
Hey, yeah. Go,
But
okay,
yeah.
go to Sadie and put your princess dress on. Okay? So we can get ready to go. He's not getting the
Do
hint.
something. He's like, no, you're not getting my hands. You're done.
Primas, if you see somebody, like in the outer of the park that you're at, and you have a group of friends, I always feel like I'm just kind of like try to open my body. Like the body language too
Mm-hmm.
says a lot. And I feel like,
Yeah.
you just kind of like veer to maybe trying to include them to where it's not so like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm very aware of whenever other people are kind of encroaching.
Yes.
So it's a
But
like
you
a,
know what? That's something that, like, it's a rarity. People are just
that's true.
unaware. I would like to think, like, I would like to think more of the time people are unaware more than they're trying to be rude. That's where
That,
I would like
yeah,
to,
yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah, it is tricky. But yeah, if you are, you have your little mom squad out there, little gang, just open it up and be a little bit more receptive to the loner, unless they're out there reading a book, then that means they don't want to be bothered. If they have their headphones in,
That's true.
they probably don't want to be bothered. But
Okay, well,
if they're looking like,
yeah,
give them a
yeah,
little shout out.
yeah,
But
yeah. All
all
right, we
right,
might have
Primas,
to.
I think this is where
That was-
this ends here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for real. Give us some advice, Primas, on what you think. I've already said that.
And I guess, well, I'll just keep updating y'all. We don't have
Yes.
we don't have the dating experience or the relatability of dating stories, but I'll keep y'all posted with my friend dating and how that goes. Okay, Primas, well,
Yeah.
until next time.
Adios. This was fun.